Hello friends, welcome back to our channel DS Tech Mirror. This is part 6 of our model driven app series. In this video, I will cover main form in model driven app. Forms in model driven app provide the user interface for the user to interact with the data. Just like forms in other applications, for example, if you are from the SharePoint background or if you heard about the HTML forms, basically we use forms to add data to the application or to view the data they act as the user interface for the user and the application. In a similar way, we have forms in model driven apps as well. Forms in model driven apps are of four types: main form, quick create form, quick view form, and cart form. In today's video, I will cover the main form. In my upcoming videos, I will cover the other form types. What is main form? This is the fundamental block of our model driven app. This is the main form which is used to add, view, and interact with the data or my model driven app data. As we know, model driven apps are data driven apps. We have in the front end, I have model driven app. My user will see the interface of the model driven app. At the back end of the model driven app, I have Dataverse. Inside Dataverse, I have tables, and every table can have their own custom forms, and then I can bind those custom forms with my model driven app, and it will act as the user interface between my application and my users. So in today's video, we will see how we can create our own custom form and other fundamental things about our main form or other concepts of the main form I will cover. There is another thing: if I'm creating a new form or if I'm creating any custom form, I have to set it as the default form, because when we create any new table in a Dataverse, it has its own form, it has its own default form. So to override them, I have to create a custom one, and then I have to set it as the default one. How we can do that? Let's start with the demo and then we'll see each and everything. I'll go to make.powerapps.com and I'm inside my environment DS Tech Mirror, and then I will go to my solutions. For this particular tutorial, I have created a solution and I will select that. My solution name is DS Tech Mirror Demo. This is my solution. In my last video, I have created this app, ds_tech_my fundraiser app. Now I will create the forms and then I will bind this form with this particular app. The app which we are creating, that is fundraiser app, it has two tables, that is fundraiser and donation table. These two tables are not related to my app. This I have already explained to you in my earlier videos. So now in today's video, I will create two forms, that is main form, fundraiser form, and then donation. Inside donation table and inside fundraiser table, I will create two main form. I will start with my fundraiser table. Before doing that, what I will do, I will select this table. This is not a mandatory step. This is doing for my convenience, because in my environment inside Dataverse, there are various tables with the same name. With the same name means fundraiser. There are 2-3 tables with the name fundraiser. So just to avoid the confusion, I want to change the display name for this particular table, and I'll change the display name for donation table as well. So I will append this my keyword with this fundraiser. So I will select my table. I will go to settings. If you want to do that, you can also do that. So I will say my fundraiser, and the plural name will automatically change. Save. So now to interact with the form, I will select my table. First, I will create the form for the fundraiser table, and I will directly go to the forms. These are the three forms which got created when we created this particular table. Forms are, the name is same, information, and here you can see the form type: card form, main form, quick view form. Let me open this main form. So this is how my main form, default main form is looking. From here I can increase the size. So this is how my default main form is looking, but I will be creating a custom main form. I will go back. Another thing I want to show you, if I go to data section and if I try to add a record, it will automatically open a main forms. So this explains our step that you can see over here. These two are the main form inside my table. So I can add data only using main form. Okay, let me go back and I will create a custom form. Now let me create a new main form for this particular fundraiser table. To do that, from the top in the ribbon, I will choose this add form and I will select main form. This will open the form designer. From the properties in the right, I can choose the display name for my form and I will choose demo fundraiser main form. Demo fundraiser main form is the display name for my form and I will click on save. I want to create a form similar to this. So let's go forward and create. And this is how my default form look like. I have this general tab. Here also I have this general tab. Here I have this section called name, cause and the owner. Name, cause and the owner. This is fine. I have to create this another section called progress and I have to add these columns. So let's go ahead and do that. So in my form, by default I have these three sections called header, which is the top section, then journal, and this footer is no more supported. Here you can see this message, form footer is no longer supported and does not have any properties. So we'll start with the header section, that is the top section. Header section, what we can do in the header section, I have to add these columns: category, fundraiser, total donation. I have already created the columns, so if you are directly watching this video, I will recommend you to watch my previous videos. I will select this header. I want to add fields, so from the ribbon I will click on form field. Fields are category, just click on it, category. Then I have fundraiser and total donation. Fundraiser and total donation. If you will scroll to the right, you can see automatically these fields got added into your header. So this is as simple as that you have to just, if you want to add any fields in your section, so what you have to do from here, just go to tree view, select your section, yours is header, click on form field, and you can easily add fields into your form. This is done. In the right, in the property section over here, you can see this option, show header layout. If I uncheck it, you can see this, that arrow is not coming. If I select it, you can see show header flyout. What is the message? The header flyout is accessible from the chevron. The flyout provides a way for end user to edit all form fields of the header and see related custom control. So if you don't want to allow the end user to edit these fields, you can uncheck this option. If you want end user to edit your header section, you can select this show header flyout. So let me check it. So my header section is ready. So this is really very quick. I will come to my journal section. Inside journal section, if I expand this, let me call it as tab. Over here you can see this is a tab. So inside my journal tab, I have various sections as well. So this is journal section, and if I select on the component in the right, this is form field we have covered. This will only give you all the fields present in your table. If I select component, I can select, there are various controls provided by model driven app which you can add to your form. One is the layout, one column tab. If I add a tab over here, if I click on it, it will add a tab over here with one column, two column, three column. Then section would be similar to this, tree view, and this is another section. First let me add section over here. So component, I want one column section. Click on it, see section got added. It's also really simple. Over here new section got added. Now I can add fields inside this section, and so on. I can design my form. I can select this section. Again I can go to this component, and there are other controls as well, input, toggle, star rating, and then these are the controls which are used to display related data. If you remember my relationship video, my fundraiser table is having one-to-many relationship with my donation table. So using this control, I can interact with my related table. So in today's video, I will use this subgrid control only to interact with my donation table. But first let me go back over here. Let me see what I have to do in this section. Inside general section, this is fine. Name / cause, and this is owner is fine. I have to add this progress section. So I have already added this section called progress. Let me name it, rename it From here it will show me the progress, section name done. There are other properties for this section. You want to hide label, so it will not show the name of this section, but I want to show hide, it will totally, you can using this option you can hide this section from the end user, and lock, this will get disabled, for this will get locked. Lock this section to keep it from being removed. I don't want to lock it as well. Formatting, this is one column. For example, if I have added a section with one column, here also I can modify it, because let me go back component, so you can see one column, two column, we have four type of section, 1 2 3 4. If I edit this 3 column, from here also I can change it from the formatting. Just select your data source, just select your tree view, select your section if you want to change the section, and then inside formatting you can change it. I want to keep it as one column only. Now let me add a field to this. I have to add a field, and field I have to add this total donation. Okay, I will go to form field and total donation. So here you can see this option. Why it is not coming total donation? Because in the header we have this total donation. We have already added this field, and I have checked this option, show only unused table column, that is why it is not showing us total donation. I will uncheck it and then total donation. I can see this total donation last updated. Now what I have to do, one last thing left for this particular tab. In my form, these two sections are placed next to each other. How I can do that? Now in my form which I am creating, they are just below one section. This journal is below the progress section, is below the general tab. I want to place these tabs side by side. I want to place these sections side by side. How I can do that? Tree view. Now to place these two sections side by side, what I will do, I will select this general tab. After selecting this general tab, under formatting I have its option layout. Right now this is one column and column width is 100%. So I want to place these two side by side. Let me select this. Let me click on two columns. Column 1 width 50, column 2 width 50. Automatically it added a section over here. First let me save this. So it will save our progress so far, and let me name it also journal. For now I will expand it to get a better view, and let me see. Okay, now this will give me a better view. So the moment I change the layout for my journal tab, it automatically added this section in parallel, but I have already added this section. So let me see if I can move it. Let me select this one and over here. So I cannot move it, but I can move these fields from inside it. So let me move these fields over here. Okay, let me select. I should be able to move. So I cannot move anything. So what I have to do, I added this section, so I will remove it, total donation, and this section got added with the layout, and inside this form field I will add total donation. Again I will uncheck it, total donation. So this is how I can add two sections in parallel by changing the layout. Okay, let's go back to the form which already exists. So my journal section or journal tab is done. Now we will see how I can add this another tab, and I have named it as donation. Again, to add any custom control, I will go to component. Inside component I have this column tab, two column tab. So I need one column tab. If you want two column tabs, so please select it so that these columns will be placed in parallel or based on width. You can set the width from the layout. I need one column tab, that is for sure. See, automatically these tabs got added. So now you can understand why model driven app or Power Platform is a low code or no code solution. Because suppose you want to add a new tab in an HTML form, it requires some lines of code, but over here with just one click I can add a tab. Then from the properties section I can name this tab as donation, and then expand this tab by default. I will leave other things as it is. I will name it as save. I will click on save, and now I will expand this tab, section is already there. In this section I will add a component. I name it as donation because I want to show donation records over here from my donation table. That is my related table, related data. So to interact with the related data, I have these 4 controls. So in today's video, I will cover this subgrid. In my upcoming videos, I will cover other controls. So I will click on subgrid. In the subgrid, I will select the table. I will keep it as unchecked, show related record. In the beginning, I have renamed my table as my fundraiser just to avoid any conflict with the existing tables with the same name. Here you can see there are tables with the same name, fundraiser, fundraiser DMS. So, and also there are tables with the same name, donation and donation DMS. So my table name is my donation. I will select that table quickly, my donation, and it will automatically select the default view. We can change the view as well. So far I have not covered the view for model driven apps. In my upcoming videos I will cover the view, and then there will be more views and we can select the view as per our choice over here. I will click on done, and here I can see this subgrid control. No data is available over here because we have not added any data in our table fundraiser and donation. Okay. In the right properties panel, in the right properties panel, I can change the label name, but for now I will hide the label. Then hide on phone, show related records. These types of properties options are available. For now I will click on save. Let me close this component and the right. So guys, this is how we can create the custom form in Power Apps. So now what I will do, I will cover all the options, all the main options which might be useful for you. I will start with the left panel. In the left panel you can see we have these components. Under components we have layouts. Inside layouts I have tab, section. So if I select the tab, I can add multiple tabs in my form over here. I can add 1 column tab, 2 column tab, 3 column tab, and we just saw we can change it from the formatting also. Under the tab we have section. I can add again 1 column section, 2 column section, and under section I have fields. Under input I can add various custom control as well, toggle, star rating, rich text control. And for the related data I have this control: canvas app, quick view, subgrid, timeline. Subgrid I have covered in this video, and other controls I will cover in my upcoming videos. In the next section over here I have this table column, so it will show all the columns of my table. Over here I am creating custom main form for my fundraiser table, so it will show all the columns for that. If I select this option, show only unused table column, this is for the scenario. For example, I have added 1 column in one of the section, and if I want to add that column again, it will not appear until unless I will uncheck it. Then I have this third option, tree view, which will show you the structure of your model driven app. Here you can see main form. Under main form we have a header. We can see we can add the form fields under header. Here we have added these fields: category, fundraiser, total donation. Then I have the tabs. First is the general tab. Under general tab I have 2 sections, general section and the new section. Inside this section I have fields. Then I created another tab, 1 column tab called donation. Inside that I added this subgrid. Footer is no longer supported. And at the last we have this form libraries. This I will cover along with custom code for your model driven apps. When I will add some JavaScript on my forms or in my model driven app, at that time I will cover this form libraries. So all these options I think now must be clear to you. Component, table column, tree view. At the top again we have this form fields which I have covered. Table column, they are same. Component I covered. Form settings, and form settings, the same form settings will appear from your Dataverse also. Switch to classic. For this particular video we will stick to the modern view. For your own learning you can click on this option and you can see how the classic view is appearing and how it is different from the main view. In my knowledge I don't see there is any option which is available only in classic view, so I would avoid switching to classic view. In the right we have properties panel where the options will change based on the selection in the left panel. For example, in the tree view, if I select the main form, you will see the properties related to the main forms. For example, display name. If I select any tab, properties related to the tab. Here I have the header, then this header flyout, journal tab, properties related to my general tab, label, name, expand. If I select any section, properties related to that, hide label, hide lock, and then inside fields I have. So this is pretty much about the model driven main form, and we have done with the creation of the custom main form. My form name is my fundraiser. Now what I will do, I will click on publish. One thing you must notice that it is very easy to create custom form, and it is a no code solution. Without using any code, I can quickly create custom form which are. Now I have published my form. I will go back to my table. This is my table called fundraiser table. I will go to the forms. Let me refresh it. Hard refresh. Now I will see I want to add data using this new form, but I have not still set it as the default form. So now under data, I will try to add a record, and you can see it is opening my information form. If I expand this option over here, I can see the other main form associated to my fundraiser table. But I want my new form should be the default form. What I will do, I will go to form settings at the top. The same form settings is available from the form designer as well. And over here under form order, what I will do, I will change the form order of my form to the first position. So now my form, my underscore fundraiser main form will be set as the default form. I will click on save and publish. Okay, I will do a control refresh, control F5, hard refresh. And then what I will do, I will go to the data. I will try to add a record using this new form. Add data, add record, and now I can see my new form. Still it is not working. Now what I will do, I will try to add a record, and here you can see my custom form, my new main form is appearing as the default form and in the order as well. So here let's try to add an entry over here. Cause, for example, I want to raise fund for COVID patients. Fine. Then here from the header I will select the category as the health, or for example well-being. I want to raise 1 lakh. Total donation is our calculated column, so we can't do much in this, we cannot edit, and I will say save. Let's add one more entry. This time I want to raise money for orphan children. This will come under the category, for example, select an appropriate category, society, well-being, orphan children's. Okay, I will select, for example, orphan children's education. Fundraiser 5 lakh goal. This is also done, and I will click on save and close. Now this data should appear inside my data. Let me refresh. Here we have the option to refresh data as well instead of refreshing the browser, because if we refresh the browser it takes a lot of time. So here you can refresh and you can see this data. So you can't see your column, that is because of the view. Right now I will select the all columns, and you can see all the data which I have added from there is appearing inside my Dataverse. So guys, we have created a custom main form for my table fundraiser, and I've also added the data using main form. Next, what I will do, I will quickly create a form for my donation table, and then I will add this form in my app. So what I will do, let me go to my donation table. This is my donation table. I will go to form section. Here you can see the default form. When you create a table, these form will automatically get created. Main form. I want to create my custom main form. From the ribbon at the top, main form. This will open the form designer. My form designer is ready. From the properties panel, I will name my form as demo donation main form. So this is done. This is how my form is looking right now. Let me expand it and let me close the tree view as well. This is how my form is looking. So we'll start modifying it. I will go to the tree view from the header. Now in the header, I want to add few columns. Form field. To add in column, I will go to form field. First is the activity status. and then I would like to add owner, but since owner is already present over here, I have to uncheck it and then owner. So my header is fine, and I would like to this time in this form, let's do one thing. Select this particular header, and from the property panel I will select this, uncheck this option, show header flyout. So in one of the form we have ticked this option, in another form we have unticked it. Go to the form, go back to form, fine. So my header section is done. Next what I will do, I will select this journal section. Inside journal section, so for donation table I am not creating any tabs because I don't need it. What I need is I want to add two more column. Already we have name, owner. I want to delete it because I have added in the header. So name, from, next I want to add donation amount and lookup. So what I want to do, whenever anybody is making any donation, they will select one particular name, anything, then from whom this donation is, name of the person, donation amount, and then at last, if you remember, we created a relationship between the donation table and the fundraiser table. So for what purpose they are raising this donation, because we have created an entry in fundraiser, COVID patient, orphan children. So from fundraiser we'll have one to many relationship. For COVID patient, I can create multiple entries in my donation table. I as a person can do multiple donation, or multiple people can do multiple donation for different causes present in the fundraiser table. But COVID patient, that is one entry in the fundraiser, that will have one to many relationship. So to do that, I will select a lookup column over here. We have already created the relationship. If you are getting confused, I will recommend you to refer my earlier videos. Over here, at that time, I give this unique name so that it is easy for us to recognize. When we created a relationship, this lookup column got created, if you remember, or if you are following my videos very regularly. I will select this column, fundraiser. This name we have given for our convenience. Here what I will do, I will rename the label. I will name it as regarding. That's it. Or instead of regarding, I can name it as cause. It seems much better for our scenario. So I'm done with this form. I will click on save. All these options I have already explained you, and if there is anything which I might have skipped, or I might have not explained you, what I feel is they are self-explanatory. You can just click on any of the field. For example, this is one of the field, cause. So these are the various other options we have. Hide label. If I click on this, it will hide the label. Hide on phone, hide, lock, use main form dialog for create. So this from here we can do it, but what we will do for now, footer not supported, let me publish this form. So I have created the custom form for my donation table as well. It's very simple. I have to just drag drop the fields. There is no component I need. I will go back. Now I will set the default form for my donation table. Let me go back. This is my solution, and here this is my form. I will select it. Here I have the option to go from form settings, and from here also I can go form settings. To set the default form, go to form order and move your form to the first position, then save and publish. So this is also done. Now I will try to add data. First let me refresh, control F5. I will try to add data using this form. When I will click on add record, our new form should come as the display form. Let's go and see. Add record. See, a new form is coming up over here. Let's create an entry. Name, my first donation, donation amount, let's say 5,000, from test user 01, cause. Now this is a lookup column. I will fetch it from my fundraiser table. Over here I have COVID patient. So these are multiple entries I can avoid. I will choose orphan children's and I will click on save. Then again new entry, my second donation, donation amount, I will say some random number. From, I'm adding this random number just to, because we have added one more column called total donation, if you remember in my earlier video, and it is a calculated column. So just to see its calculation, from, again, test user 01, and I will select the cause as the COVID patient. This time save and close. Now save and close, refresh data instead of refreshing the browser because it works really fast, all columns, and I can see all the values. Donation amount, you can see. So guys, this is how we can create a form and add data to our Dataverse table or model driven app. Now one last thing which is left is, now we will bind these form with our model driven app. What I will do, this app we created in my last video, if you remember, open this app in app designer. From here, these are my tables and these are my forms. So I will select my donation table and I will uncheck this. I want to use demo donation main form, fine. And quick form, we have only the default form, so I will select that. So count is 2. Similarly, I will select this my fundraiser. Over here, uncheck this all. Demo fundraiser main form I want to keep, and information form. And now I will click on save. Now what I have done from here, I have bind these two forms with my model driven app, and I will publish my changes, and then I will play my app. You can cross check your sitemap. It should point to the correct table. These are my donation table, my fundraiser table. So you can just make sure there are no changes. So I will go back to the app designer and I will play my app. My donation, my fundraiser. I will go to my fundraiser table first. So over here, let's start from the beginning. This is my area. I will select the area fundraiser. There are two groups. I will select my fundraiser and I can see over here. Again, once I will create a view, then I will be seeing all the relevant columns over here. COVID patient, orphan children. If I want to create an entry, I will use this new. My updated form is coming up. I will select a cause. This time I want to do it for example, just for the hospital. For some normal hospital, I want to raise some funds so that it could be helpful for the people. Update the header. This would be the society, and I want to raise some random amount. This much amount I want to raise, and I will click on save and close, and it is working. Hospital, cool. If I go to okay, if I want to click on any of this record, for example, if I click on hospital, you can see this name, donation. See, we have added this subgrid, so it is displaying me records from here, and I can create the record from here. Related, these are different things which we will cover later. If I click on new my donation, it will take me to this donation table, the updated one from there itself. So this is the power of this subgrid control. So please remember, subgrid is a very useful control. It is used to display data from related records. Okay, I will go to my donation, or if I go to from here, let's go to hospital, and if I click on donation, new my donation, I will select the cause, hospital. From, I will select test user 02, donation amount somewhere 870 rupees, and my first donation, save and close. So guys, this is how my model driven app is working so far. Here you can see inside my fundraiser, it is showing me fundraiser goal, total donation. It will work. We will see in upcoming video. If I select this one, my first donation, my second donation, and my first donation. If you want, we can update this header as well. If it is, if we want, as per our choice. It is related to hospital, so this is displaying me. If I go to my donation, active donations, these are the records. If I click on any of the record, my first donation, go back, my fundraiser, these are all the records. If I click on any of the record, then my header will display me the information, relevant information, total donation, this is the fundraiser goal, and over here total donation will come up. This we will see. So guys, This is for my today's video. So far what we have covered. Let's go back to PPT first before closing the video. So far we have covered how to create custom main form using add form option. Then in the form designer, I covered the left panel, the tree view, component, form fields. In the right panel, I covered the properties. In the top bar, we have form field components. Then we saw how we can set the default form, how we can add data to the form using main form, how we can add this form to our model driven app, then how we can add data to our Dataverse using model driven app. So far this we have covered. Progress so far for this tutorial. Main form for donation and fundraiser, this we have covered today. So I will keep updating this slide as promised. So friends, with this, with this I reached to an end of today's video. If you like this video, please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel to get notification for our upcoming videos. If you have any issues with today's video or any of my previous videos, you can reach out to us through our official email ID contactdstechmirror@gmail.com or through YouTube comments. Please join a group over Facebook called Modern SharePoint, and if you want, you can follow me on Twitter as well. This is my Twitter handle. Till our next video, much love, keep learning.